Hey everyone, thank you for watching. This video is coming out a day late, partly because I don't really have a set format or a really idea how I wanted to do what I'm going to do. But I mean, I have over 500 DVDs, so I figured I would just grab 2 or 3 every week and talk about or review them, I guess. Hopefully maybe introduce some people into new movies, get some people interested. I'll probably put trailers or something down in the description for each one. Here we go. First movie today, this is Spinal Tap. This is a mockumentary that came out in 1984. It's directed by Rob Reiner, who you might also know for directing The Princess Bride, Stand By Me, and Misery. He's done a lot of acting as well. He was in Wolf on Wall Street. It's a mockumentary about the band Spinal Tap, which is actually a band. They've been around since the 60s, I believe, and the first time they were seen was on like a comedy sketch TV show, like a documentary of a band. You know, cameras follow the band around as they go from venues and just out and about and everything, and it's hilarious. You know, the band just goes through all sorts of follies and ups and downs, and they try to be really prolific. And in a way, a lot of people actually probably know about this movie, because if you've ever heard somebody say or mention turning it up to 11, that's why. So the second movie today, Brazil, sort of a lesser-known movie, I think. It came out in 1985. It's directed by Terry Gilliam, who used to do a lot of the animation work on the Monty Python Flying Circus, and then for Monty Python going forward. He's directed some incredible movies. The Monty Python ones, Holy Grail, Life of Brian, Time Bandits, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, and a couple years ago he came out with another movie called The Zero Theorem. His movies, if you've probably seen Holy Grail at least, and if you've seen any Monty Python thing, really, you know that he has a certain quirky style and a certain way that he likes to do things. And this one is about, it actually stars Robert De Niro and Jonathan Pryce as well, and Michael Palin, who is the only other Monty Python that's a part of this project. It takes place futuristic technology and science sort of rule and create like a perfect existence for everybody, and everything has to be very efficient. It's sort of like if life was a business, basically, and love is actually forbidden because it gets in the way of efficiency. Robert De Niro plays a sort of like underground vigilante, in that he messes with the system because the system screws people over. It's very reminiscent of real life. And he knows the ways to play the system. He knows how to help people out, and so the government is obviously very not happy with him. Jonathan Pryce plays the main role in this film, and he is a daydreamer, and he ends up falling in love with this mystery woman, and tries to figure out who she is and wants to be with her. And like I said, it's got an incredible style. One of the things Terry Gilliam's really good at is sort of focusing in on an aspect of life and really putting a magnifying glass to it and really examining it, which, like I said, this is all about. Like, it's very systematic. It's looking at a world that's very systematic and run like a business. So there will be a lot of things in the movie that are reminiscent of everyday life for a lot of people, and in some ways the movie becomes more and more true as time goes on. Again, definitely check that out. And the last movie today is Boys Don't Cry. It came out in 1999. It's directed by Kimberly Pierce, who hasn't done too much as far as a director. She did, though, come out with the Carrie remake, which I personally haven't seen. I'm sure it's better than the early 2000s remake. but it's just one of those movies that I don't think really needs to be remade. I'm not a big remake fan. It stars Hilary Swank, a young Hilary Swank. One of the reasons I got this movie is because it's actually one of the NC-17 movies, which I'll probably talk about in a separate video. And it's about Hilary Swank. I think it's based off a true story of she plays a girl pretending to be a boy, and she's having issues at home, and so she runs away, gets involved with this group of really like roughneck, hick kind of people, and ends up falling in love with a girl that hangs out with them. And so it's about her trying to keep her secret. It's really intense, and Hilary Swank actually does an incredible job. It's very emotional. Again, another must-see. I think it was voted one of the 10 best movies of 1999 or something like that. So yeah, so all really good films this week. Again, I wasn't too sure going into this what I was going to do, so this is sort of a work in progress, this whole DVD thing. I'll probably change a few things as time goes on, make improvements about talking about the films. Maybe sometimes I'll even just focus on one film and sort of go more in depth into it. But thank you for trying this with me, and peace.